Hi there, and welcome to the next episode of Stellaris with me, Winslayer. Just remembered I forgot to load up the game, but that gives me a second to actually talk about what happened. Um, had some technical difficulties at the end of the last one. That's why it ended so abruptly. I didn't say the stuff I usually say at the end of the episode. The audio just cut out, and I've had this issue a couple times before. It hasn't happened for a while, so I thought what I did may have fixed the issue. Once again, I haven't, so it's probably going to happen again at some point. I'm just kind of hoping that it won't happen in the near future. I'd like to make up for the video being shorter last time by making this one a little bit longer, maybe 2.5 hours, 2 hours and a half long or so. I'm not entirely sure, so yeah, we'll see how we do. I think that sounds like a reasonable compromise, and I hope you agree. So what was I doing? I think I was just kind of making my people a little skeptical of anyone who's not us, and more like a proper feudal society, because that's how we started. A little bit feudal. And now we're more so. Seem to have embraced those ways. I think I need to upgrade this. Oh, what's this? The audio does seem pretty loud right now, so I'm going to turn down game audio to this level. Yeah, because I had to restart my computer. I think it's at the really obnoxious level, so that should be better. Good, I did start this. I think that was the last thing I saw on the stream, so just started that project. That means I haven't missed much, if anything. Kind of heard it as it cut out, so I think we got it, what we need here. So yeah, short-term goals: make my people xenophobic. Once they are at 20%, I'll actually embrace that faction, and we'll just kind of let things grow from there. Probably try and get more spiritualism again, and maybe more authoritarianism, and stop embracing that as soon as I have 20%. I think I'm gonna just like make it part of our society, and then see how it grows from that point.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Look at that. Definitely need that one. Seems like we lost a lot of ability to directly control systems, which is weird for a imperial society. You think that they'd be able to control more, but I guess it's trying to encourage me to have vassals or something like that. I already do, but they're all like single system vassals. They don't have much going for them. And I'm tempted to, you know, role play this and actually build up the vassals, but if I'm going to be xenophobic, then I can only really do that with ones that are my race, and I don't know if I have many. If any. Yeah, they're all kind of different things. Which is okay. They're allowed to do things differently. Let's indoctrinate these guys. You guys are xenophobic and spiritualist. Oh, and look at that. Your pyramid seems to
Incoming transmission.
seems to have been some kind of premonition of the Great One. Ah, the pyramid was made for Morgath. Can I change the name of your empire to something relating to my ruler? Oh, I need to do something here. Let's just go with that one. I don't think we need this right now. I might be able to reform my society soon, so yes, I can get rid of that if I think about what I'm doing here. Let's stop our, what's it called? Let's stop our suppression of spiritualism. I'd like to make sure that grows. Or not rather that it grows, but that I get influence from my spiritualist faction, which is pretty happy. And that way I can actually change my government over pretty soon. I just want to change away from this civic right here. It's completely useless for me. Now, did I decide what I wanted to get instead of it? I don't think I did, actually. Could be cutthroat politics. That could be kind of nice. Just make edicts really cheap and last longer. I feel like a feudal society would be a good thing to go for. Cool. Good for them. Police state sounds kind of fun. Then I'd have zero piracy risk and I could just leave some openings here and there. But then the Scourge. Slaver guilds. I'm gonna need 500 to do this, so I will save up to 500 influence now. That's my short-term goal. So we're gonna lose some militarist stuff and some peaceful stuff to go to these two factions. Cool. Probably try and train up this fleet before he gets in a real war. I don't think this is a shipyard, no. I think I got rid of the shipyards here. May not have. I did not, did I? Okay, cool. Let's make... Looks like I'm low on corvettes in these fleets here. I mean, this one here actually has a decent number of corvettes, but this one doesn't. And same with a lot of other fleets like this one right here. You're definitely lacking in terms of corvettes. So maybe I'll make some corvettes in this one right here and send them over. Yeah, let's just make like a lot. We got room for more fleets, it looks like. And when we leave our federation, we're just gonna have room for more. Oh, that's so nice. I hadn't noticed that big old 20% for a long time. So I'm gonna be able to, yeah, support completely full fleets here when I do leave the federation. That's so cool. Good for me. You know, I haven't upgraded the Scourge stuff. I should probably go through and do that. Let's see what happens when I go to all my Scourge stuff. And I do that. It just replaces that with a little bit more. How about we actually upgrade this to have a little bit more shields, less armor. They still have so much in terms of energy. I feel like having things that kind of heal themselves in mid-battle would be kind of good, but also having that sounds kind of good too. What can I put on this? Point defense, medium, smalls. Kind of like the idea of making this a different type of thing. Let's do that. Now we're at the Scourge. Hey, you guys now live in a Gaia world. You should be a lot happier. Good for you. Sure, you're slaves, but you live in like a really nice slave world. Just don't think about it. You should be happy. It's awesome. Yay. Wow.
Incoming transmission.
I bet if I put my own people on caste system, I could get myself up to 20% pretty easily by just putting all the people who are spiritualists on slave tiles. What will become slave tiles like this right here? Since that's just a food tile, that would be a place where you'd want to put somebody you don't want more of. If I get that energy thing that boosts the energy production here, this will be up 10% from that versus just like a 26. I think I might not replace any of these. I think I might just keep them all here.
Construction complete.
Can I white peace now? I'm not in charge of this war. I want them to take this system back. They can't have my space, but they can have other people's space. It's totally fine. Let's have this join up with that. Severely lacking. Don't want to forget about that. I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting about that I wanted to check in on. I do have a plan for what I want to do with this series though. Like, long term. Take out my Federation.
Incoming transmission.
Maybe start the universe over anew without any crisis that we can't avert. We're going to be kind of like contingency but friendly and just out there from the get-go. But yeah, kind of xenophobic, kind of on our own. 3 different governing ethics. Our empire fell, but it fell the right way. We'll just kind of give the universe back to the surviving races. I'm pretty sure I've conquered everything and eliminated all other life, but I think it might be fun just kind of to see what happens if I reduce all these nations to one planet or something, and then
is beset by enemies.
Hold them on as vassals or something like that, while releasing some of my own to make sure they're like equal strength. Or I might just let them all go at the same time and see what happens, see who sides with who. I think I would like to vassalize these guys. So I'll take them down to like one planet, try to vassalize them, and then release them or something like that. Everything that's out there can have one planet. Everything that is independent, that is anything that I already have can keep the planets. Like, this is going to take forever to integrate, so I'll leave that for much later. Which basically means if I leave them like this, when I do release people, they'll be easily the most powerful, and the Horde will go on a new killing spree. I think I'll have to break up the Horde into independent things, so eventually I will integrate them and then break them up into little systems. But yeah, I think eventually I may purge anything that's not on their home world. We might hold on to some slaves, but I would like to give the other nations room to expand.
Construction complete.
Yay, more energy. Not a lot, but hey, it's something. You know what? Stop that. Don't do that one, do this one. I guess this bar doesn't work properly. Let's see if I've terraformed everything that's inside my space. This has to be terraforming, right? Ah. How foolish of me.
Incoming transmission.
Let's see. Oh, I remember I started going through this stuff and upgrading my destroyers. Seems like a decent upgrade. Might put one of these on there just to help us get through some shields.
Heretic fleet engaged.
Okay. This doesn't have enough power. Alright. That was the cruiser, right? Scourge Titan, which we will probably never get around to.
Incoming transmission.
Is there any way to boost my energy? Yeah, there is. It'll come at a cost though. Is it worth that cost, or should I get rid of some of these artillery stems and replace them with something else? Shield damage. It's probably good to not have too much of those. Could put one of these on one of those. No, not one of those. One of these. One of those.
Construction complete.
Kind of like that plan. Yeah, alright. Now all of my fleets have upgrades they can get, basically. You know what? Never mind. Just go back. You can go hang out at the station, because looks like our allies are gonna win this war. Good job, allies. Alright, so the fleets are doing better. I think I would like to go through my planets, make sure everything is a Gaia world, or on its way to becoming a Gaia world. I hope I'm talking loud enough. I mean, the game does seem kind of loud in my ears right now, but that's just how it is. I did turn down the desktop audio a bit, so it may be quiet. And if so, I apologize. F5 will bring me back to this screen. Okay, good. F5. Cool. Looks like I did miss out quite a few of them. This one gets a lot of minerals, so I think I will leave this one. This is do not terraform. Do not terraform. Maybe do something like this. Do not terraform. Yeah. We're definitely not terraforming. Do not terraform, right? Good. Got a lot of worlds that are friendly. Done with the terraforming process. That was F5, wasn't it? Where are you? There you are. We have 6 on this planet, huh? Forced migration? What's going on here? Is this one of my core worlds or something weird? Oh, I think a long time ago I was like, I don't want them on this world. We could send some of our own people here. Let's go to somewhere that just has only my people, so we don't have any complications. I don't know if I have anywhere that is just my people, actually.
Construction complete.
This one will do, though.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
What's this? And this. Something cheap, please. Why not? We'll just take that really quickly. Cycle the text. I thought it was something else that just got completed. Somebody tells me more Scourge are gonna spawn now. I need to keep an eye on this area. Make sure they don't fly into my space.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Let's keep on researching. There's so much down here that I could research. I think that's probably good research. We'll go for it. I want to make sure my fleets are a little bit more diverse. I mean, I'm focusing on energy weapon damage, but as you can see, I did have a little bit of other stuff mixed into my anti-Scourge fleet, at least. I wonder what the ship designer is making for my best stuff. Focused arc emitters with this stuff as well. It's got a little bit more armor, it looks like. Evasion, sublight speed. That'll help things just move a little bit quicker too. The whole fleet will move better if you have that on there.
Construction complete.
I might change these actually to have those.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
How do I do this? These are all large in the middle here. 2 auxiliary there. Yeah, the bottom is always the same, huh? Hide obsolete components. Don't you dare. Give me the obsolete components. I need some hyper shields or something. There we go. That works. Can't be changed while they're upgrading, huh? Well, we will change that to be faster, because I do want all my battleships like going a little bit quicker than they're supposed to. Could take a while for that to upgrade, for that to be done. Do I just stare at the screen for a while? Talk about things? What an interesting episode, right? Well, let's see, what do I have here? I have some cool stuff. Side jump drives. I really do need the psionic shields. That event has to come up soon, right? If I keep taking shroud, the shroud stuff when I can. I wonder if that's the best that I have to offer. It's probably the best. Chance to hit fire rate, range. Yeah, I like range. Range is pretty good.
Incoming transmission.
I was building like a massive fleet too. Alright, let's go check on all my stuff that's upgrading. Where are you even going, dude? Why not? And I don't like gateways. I'm probably not going to build them until I'm done conquering my old alliance. Ah. Really? Really? I guess you're gonna have to be retired. Miss Sparkagenus. I'll take a new one. Definitely been a fun little playthrough here. Well, at least my influence has grown slowly. You're doing as you're told. Good job, Morgath. How you doing on XP? You're gonna... Oh wow, look at that. When you when you level up, you're gonna make it so that the slaves are a little easier to deal with. We're gonna have less unrest, and we're gonna have more edict duration and more unity gain. All very useful things. Alright, hurry up, get to level 10. Let's get a move on. What's he at? Is this updating? 1255 in terms of experience. I wonder if it changes on a month-to-month basis, or maybe when things are built or certain actions are taken. I could Google that actually. Gotta love Google. So it's taking me to the Paradox Wiki. My internet connection seems really weak. I hope that doesn't affect the stream at all. And if I go to OBS, it looks pretty solid. Alright. There it goes.
We are spreading our faith to a new world. Yeah, 5 experience per month, it looks like. It's gonna take forever.
may be modified by something else. Let's see. I could have just done that instead of looking it up, but let's see. It should go up to 78 if that's correct. If that's all that's being done there. And now it's a new month. It's definitely more than 5 per turn, so there are ways to increase it. Is it my traits or something like that? I do have an increased leader experience gain, and that must be from an edict or something like that. Well, that's nice. Good for them. More room for energy. Yay, energy. I have no idea where this guy's going. Have you upgraded yet? So much left to do. So this guy could have that, which is probably the right call for this planet. Give us more research, please. Sounds like a good idea.
Our ships have been improved.
Yay! Let's have these guys go join up with that 60 that had like nothing. No corvettes. Sure, go here. Just go hang out with him then. Apparently he's too cool. Oh, and there was that science ship I was gonna have do some science. Why not? I'll remember to put him on the other science ship, I'm sure. Totally reasonable. Get rid of this then. Yeah, this is probably the one that I just vacated. This is a mineral planet. Get rid of that. Could have been this. Yeah, it was this. Cool, the shroud. Oh, okay. I don't need that, to be honest. I didn't want to risk a curse on something bad. That's not good. Great. It's gonna be like that for a while. We're gonna ignore that part of the universe. It's not there. It's so ugly. Ah, whatever. There. You can barely tell it's there at all. How are we doing in terms of our faction stuff?
Construction complete.
Still 14%, huh? switch this over to something else. I don't know. Why? Our people are not prisoners. They're very happy, thank you. Morgath has made sure of that. And will continue to do so for a long, long time. I hope he levels up and gains some interesting traits along the way too. Some like leader unique ones. Got a planet that's a little bit grumpy, huh? What are you guys grumpy about? Am I terraforming your planet or something? Yeah. That's what they're not happy about. I think I'm going to replace this with a slave processing plant. Perfect. I was going to replace it with
Debris
something else. I was going to replace it with a fort. And bring some guys over there from another planet just to make sure that we don't have any unrest here, but they'll be fine once we get it terraformed. Just take some time.
Construction complete.
Cursed pirates. They're gonna keep spawning until we fill this stuff in because they have piracy risk. It's not us that has piracy risk, it's our neighbors. Silly neighbors. Don't you know how piracy risk works? That's actually a pretty nice system too. Okay, pirate.
Tile blocker cleared.
That science ship that just did that thing. It's gonna be vacated. We're gonna go here. Find that leader. Have him do this. Good research, guys. How's this thing coming along? I can't wait for this all to be done. Gotta hurry up. Actually, you know what? Don't upgrade that. And let's have these guys join up like I planned. And then I want to go to here and change this to be a little bit different. And then on top of that, we're going to get worse forms of shields. Just one less for right here. That'll be enough. Seriously? Something's still upgrading? Stop upgrading. You too. And you three. There we go. Let's do that. I think they're all getting upgrades here.
Our ships have been improved. This guy go up here. I know. Nope. Okay. Fine. Take that route. That's really what you insist on doing. There's a gateway, and it takes you close to this wormhole. This wormhole and the other one, they're going to be kind of crucial to holding down the galaxy, because people tend to like that travel, that connection. It connects this point to there and this point to down here, so it really helps with me moving around my empire. Definitely tempted to go through here and change this so it's got increased evasion, because I didn't know how good that was. I think evasion's pretty good. Just, you know, you don't take damage, or we can make it so that when they do take damage, they repair a little bit. I'm gonna leave them the way they are because I don't know the numbers. I'm going to assume that the auto best is pretty good when it comes to things like cruisers. They do have the dodgy stuff on that, on everything. I need to change the way I've built this, I think. No. Because I have everything upgrading, I have to wait now. Stop with the upgrades. again. I'm sorry.
Incoming transmission. Incoming transmission.
I'd like to put this on both of the slots, please. Alright, so that was the cruiser. The battleship is fixed. Destroyer. You should also have this. I like it when I dodge 2. I think that whoever did the auto design is right. Dodging is important. This thing doesn't have room for anything extra, huh? Alright. Let's upgrade then. What's that?
Our ships have been improved.
It's not great, but they'll be fine. No Scourge spawning down here, huh? This is all built up. Come back through here, I think. Either that or go there. Build that up. I'll probably forget about this, so I'm just gonna set this up now. This didn't take too long to upgrade, huh? Looks like it has a decent amount of everything except for maybe cruisers and some smaller things. Yeah, just build that for this. It's probably too much, actually. Go find the destroyers that you made and make sure they don't get built. We'll see how that looks when it's fully built. Try and move that over to this thing. Make it 180 strong for the inevitable war. The true war in heaven, or for heaven, or for this
Our ships
playthrough.
have been improved.
Whatever you want to call it, you know. I think my fleets are stronger for the upgrade. It's good to see. It might be time to invest in a Titan. I don't know. Don't really feel like I need them. They're slow. And I got a big old empire that I need to protect. I am blue. All of this. I found that it's nice to have faster little fleets. just gonna draw this war out forever then. I might end the other one where I get some planets. Looks like they've got some armies over here ready to drop. Oh, and they have taken one of them. Okay. Cool. Good for you.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Madness. What? On my homeworld? Madness. You know, if it's gonna happen on any planet, this one's the one for it to happen. Look at that. Look at all the fortresses I have. Shroud Madness is plus 100. But I have minus 50 from each fortress, and I just like loaded them up on here.
Our ships have been
I even have one that
improved.
I don't have a guy on that I could put a guy on. Is that because one died? We lost one? What do I want to invest in? Definitely not this. It's gonna take a long time. It's probably worth investing in a little bit.
Our ships have been improved.
Look at this. Where should I put my capital, huh? I could go right here. Probably don't need that on this planet. Well, it does give
Our
me
ships have been improved.
unity. Got room for one more star base, huh? I feel like I told the game to build one, but maybe I didn't. I'm just thinking of something else.
apostates are after our spaceport.
Pirates. Cursed pirates. I might be able to connect that up.
Incoming transmission.
Well, I haven't settled anything else yet. Might as well just keep it the way it is. We're getting there. Didn't I tell myself I was going to save up to like 500? Not doing a great job of saving influence, am I? There's definitely a couple different traits that I would like my leader to get when they level up, but I feel like they probably won't.
The faithful have claimed a new world.
I mean, most of them are really very nice. Where is this? Oh, cool. Got the Prophet's Retreat, huh? How come that didn't take me over the limit? Let me guess, I don't own this. It's in a sector, isn't it? Yep, it's in a sector. Let's bring some people over then.
Our ships have been improved.
Definitely send some of these guys over. Like to fortify this world a little bit, but it's got some good research on it. Might as well get some research out of this. It's also pretty easy to build strongholds now at this point. You don't have to scroll through too much. So I'll do that in those places.
I'll decide about the rest later. Might just let the AI do that. Probably afford to get more energy out of things like this. I have to say I'm enjoying this recording session. It's fun. It's kind of peaceful compared to like everything else that's been happening in this playthrough, but it's about time we had a peaceful episode. My people were pacifists, you know, a long time ago. Not really so much with our factions, but whatever. It's fine, right? They seem kind of happy. But it's these guys, they like it when we assert our dominance or fight other people. They don't like that I went to war. I declared that war. If I was at peace, they'd be a pretty happy faction, but yeah. Look at that. 5%. We used to really embrace pacifism, and now it's just 5%. Morgath, you've changed our government so much in such a short amount of time. Also, we wanted 250 so we could get things. Still have this. They'll slowly get there. Just gotta wait now. Pretty sad about that. But yeah, what am I gonna do? It's just how it is now. Their people must be like starving, like really, really not happy. There's none left here. Maybe they'd saved up a lot of food, but we're at like 5,000 saved up or something like that. It's never gonna run out for them at that rate. This should probably be our strong world, since, well, the other ones have a really good production and stuff. Let's build a couple more of these. jump out of my alliance, and this will be a little bit less
Construction complete.
attractive. Yeah, 250, that's a goal now. Get to that first. Or before anything else. At this
Incoming
rate,
transmission.
it's gonna take like 2-3 years. 3 years probably. Definitely not 2, more than 2. I know it seems boring, but I want to make sure I have what I need to defeat these guys when I do eventually take them on. Plus, I also like building ring worlds, and it seems kind of interesting to roleplay this way. To just kind of like build myself up really
The spirits have
strong.
granted us new wisdom.
Do I have all of the techs? I think I've researched all the physics technology that you can in the game. Oh no. What would I do at that point? Well, then I have to wage war. I'll be at the Can't believe it. That's insane. There has to be some technology that I don't have. Let's go to my empire and see how many planets I own. 55, huh? I'm only getting this much research, and somehow I've done that much.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
These other categories, I definitely have more things I can research. Let's see, 10 years, so you have 5 more years. Do it. Lifespan is so good. Or rather, increased leader lifespan is so good. So I'm here, don't worry. I think I'm just gonna turn the mic off for a second because I'm pretty hungry. It's been a while since I took a snack or had something to eat today. And I'm back. Yeah, the only thing I have in my room is chips, so I decided to just mute the mic for a second. Anyways, I'm back. And I'm ready to look at my expansion planner again. Scroll. That's a pretty nice world, huh? You could take that, inhabit that. The real question is, if I'm going to do that, can I get that in the sector? I can't. Well, that's not great. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It's a pretty nice looking Gaia world there. There's this one here. It's got a unique thing on it. And it's pretty well developed. You know what? Yeah, let's colonize this. Ramos, great. Where is it? It's gonna be near the bottom of this list. Whatever, we'll just use this thing. It's pretty close. Yeah, okay, good. We'll land you here. Did they see that right? They put their capital on this thing. It's kind of disappointing. I'll have to rebuild that. Well, maybe I won't actually. I mean, I might just forget about this planet. It's kind of forgettable. It's got some research. I did just find some other food. And I'm back again. So yeah, just went through a couple planets there and decided to terraform them so that we have some more planets. I think the more the better at this point. It'll give us more production, which will give us more ships, which will allow us to take more from the enemy. These guys got a good economy they can pull on, but their technology is just, it's far behind mine. You're venerable, huh? Does that mean this leader's gonna be around forever? High Queen Pella. Definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Incoming transmission.
If I learned anything from Crusader Kings 2, it's take them out after the succession when they're weak. And that successor might be weak, but the one after that should be real weak, because I think the successor to this person would be close to them in age. Unless that was what happened with the previous person. And then what happens is after you get somebody close in age, you get somebody who's a lot younger, because the game only generates the heir in this one. So it's like very reliable that, you know, since these guys are 40 years apart, that this guy will die 40 years after this person, and when they get into office, they'll generate somebody who's really young, like 30 or 40, maybe 50 years old, and yeah, once they get, well, yeah, once this one was probably 30, once this person is dead, then the other person's going to have a really long reign, and in this game that just means more levels, I think. We don't really want our enemies leveling up, because there's some good bonuses associated with a strong leader. We get less unrest, we get more edict duration, and more unity, so I'm going to try and go for that stuff. And slowly building up experience. Really, really slowly.
Our ships have been improved.
Improve more. And then more. Always keep improving.
Our ships have been improved.
Doing pretty good on food, it looks like.
Our ships have been improved.
If I go here, I don't see much of what I have. It's like what I have there didn't upgrade properly. I don't know what's going on here. Great if it knew more about what it has, but I just don't know. That seems like it could have more. So, let's make more. We're gonna go over the fleet capacity with all this that I'm building. We're gonna need something that just simply increases our fleet capacity. Well, I always like building them in nebulas, and this is a nebula right here. You get to be our new anchorage point.
Complete.
We'll see you in a year.
Construction complete.
It's gonna be a long time before this guy's level 10, but I'm pretty convinced that's what I want to do. I want to wait for them to level up, or I want to wait for all my leaders to get a little bit older. Some of them might die soon, like this guy. These leaders right here. How we doing on our faction? 15%, huh? Well, guess the only way to really speed this up is to suppress that, and I don't want to do that until I at least have 500 influence again. I feel like uplifting primitives, which I might do here, might give me influence. So they're not advanced enough, but we can enlighten them. They're in the late medieval age. It's perfect. You know how the universe works. So technological, what is it? Enlightenment. I feel like this has probably changed. I don't know though. They're a primitive civilization. Let's just ask Google. Not Unity, influence. not sure if this forum link that I'm clicking on is going to take me anywhere useful, because it doesn't look like there's anything on that, at least that I can find easily.
Incoming transmission.
You know what, even if I don't get influence out of it, like, what am I getting? A little bit of research. Let's get ourselves a pyramid. They started worshipping the sky something or other. And then after that we got more gaff. It's like they saw it. So when they're enlightened, I think we gotta maybe think about not enslaving them, but then again, we probably will. Definitely need to think about expanding again. That should have been a resource silo. Glad I'm going back and checking these. This is, yeah, gonna be worth investing in soon. Just starting to go over our naval capacity a little bit, not too much. We gotta be getting close to completing a section on this ring world, right? Kinda close. Pirates, curse you. Go away. You know, maybe it didn't glitch out. Maybe I just took out the last of the Scourge down here when it did. When I came down here. And I was lucky because didn't have a lot of time to really spend wiping them out again. Maybe they popped up in each system that they had claimed once and then they disappeared again. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but yeah, we defended ourselves. Took some really nice planets down here. Like, a lot of these are size 20s and similar. Where's this one going? Should have somebody going to Quam. Maybe land right there. Is that Cybrix Alpha? I think it is. I'll have him land there. Almost ready to change the government. Hey, look at that. It used to be happier, like 80 something.
Construction complete.
Oh, it must be because I didn't get a shroud boon last time I went into the shroud. I went out. I didn't invest in it because I didn't want to curse. That's my fault. Silly pirates. They're just constantly wreaking havoc on this little empire. I bet what's going to happen is when I release these people, they're just going to be like completely overwhelmed by pirates. I don't think I'll release these guys right away. I might wait a while because they got a really good planet in here. I think they got their original homeworld. It looks like a good world.
Incoming transmission.
It's tempting. You can't give me any physics. Wow, look at me. I appear to be doing a bit better in terms of research and that type of stuff. That's okay. I don't mind being better.
know. It's riveting, isn't it? Don't worry. There will be war. I'm tempted to kind of skip ahead, develop this on my own time. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be pretty boring episodes for the next few episodes because I really do want to develop this nation properly. I mean, I could talk about things that I've been doing on my own time, other than playing this, like the TV shows I've been watching. Sounds kind of interesting. I mean, I was gonna make like some standalone video where it was all about like how I feel about certain TV shows, the episodes I've been watching, and certain ones that are coming up soon. I'm so excited for the new season of 100. It's coming out, I think, in 2 weeks now. So yeah, a little bit less than 2 weeks, and I'm probably gonna make some kind of prediction video about some of my favorite characters. But yeah, I'm not done with the season yet. You'll probably get a little preview of that here and there if I'm gonna extend this on, and I need things that just kind of occupy my mind, occupy the time. It'd be nice to take this up to a little bit faster, huh? ×3 is all it's got, as far as I know. I mean, I might be able to just speed it up and let the game run.
Construction complete. Incoming transmission.
Oh, I wrote a message, but then it disappeared. No. Okay. Message has been sent. I'm back and invested in this now. Oh hey, look, I can totally reform my government now, should I? Kinda wanna get this thing up to 20 as quickly as possible now and just embrace that faction. Let's go to the authoritarian faction and stop promoting it for a little bit. I mean, actually, should I do that? Did I already do that? Let's go find the authoritarian one. This one. Are you happy because I'm promoting you, actually? No. You know what? Promote. You can promote. I don't want you losing support. Probably I'll go to that xenophobe faction. I don't want this to disappear. How do I increase authoritarianism? I can look that up. That's easy to look up. I looked something up like that just the other day.
Incoming transmission.
What's this?
minerals for terraforming gas? No. Can't make me. Yeah, we're gonna try and promote this a different way, not just through using influence, but the attraction. Okay, I'm in the right section now. I need to go down here and find the authoritarian. There's egalitarian. It's usually right next to that, isn't it? Oh, egalitarian, pacifist, xenophobe, techna. That's a materialist. There's authoritarian or totalitarian. I think they're pretty happy, but I need to find the weights. How did I do that last time? Can't remember that now. I totally did it the other day. Maybe if I go to ethics. I think that would make sense, right? Okay, authoritarian. Oh, if I make some of my pops decadent, then they're more likely to become authoritarian. And also, if I start to enslave my own people, if I go to a caste system, then they would also be more authoritarian. That's interesting. I almost increased our living wages, but our living standards, but I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't, because that would have made it harder to make people authoritarian. So I can just enslave like a couple of my own people, put them on the caste system, then we'll definitely become more authoritarian, but then it would probably make it harder for us to become xenophobe. So that's for later on. By the time I get to 500 influence, I'll be close to this, right? Hopefully. have a building on here that was just like religious? Must have turned into this one. Well, doesn't look like that works quite the way I thought it would. Oh, here it is, the Citadel Faith. We're gonna deactivate this for a little while. That's what I meant to deactivate earlier. Now when this month takes over, I think we'll have more chance to convert people over, or for the new pops to be what I want them to be. Slightly more pull towards the factions that I want. I like that. Just have to remember to turn that thing back on eventually. Imagine that. Did miss that, didn't I? I was doing something and I missed this. This is, yes, nice. It's got one of these things. I always like it when I see that. Super happy to see that. I think I'll land here or here. I do like the idea of splitting this 3 different ways and having 3 different governing ethics and a different civic. The different civic comes after this because this is gonna cost a lot of influence. 500. Let's see what I have here. I've got an 80, I've got an 80, got this 5.3 that needs to go elsewhere. You could use some help.
Why don't we send this guy over here? 60 plus that brings you very close to 180.
We are spreading our faith to a new world.
This guy upgrade and then go
Our
there.
ships have been improved.
Also would like to upgrade that. They're probably like, what happened to our Federation fleet? No.
Incoming transmission.
And these guys are like, we don't trust any Xenos. How can we trust your word? And they're like, look at them. They've expanded everywhere. Scourge of the Galaxy. And they're like, they defeated the Scourge of the Galaxy. We don't believe you. Yeah, totally. That's how that conversation's gone. Sounds reasonable. So right now our Federation still likes us. I think what I'll do is I will choose like my favorite worlds closest to the gateways, create little gateway communities, and release everything that's not inside those things. Destroy all the star bases and let them kind of fight each other, do what they want. I'll observe like these guys are supposed to. The chroniclers. We should have really changed our Life-Seeded Agrarians title to something else a while ago. We're no longer Life-Seeded Agrarians, are we? We are Life-Seeded Imperialists, something like that. We're Divine Empire. Yeah, how about Imperialists? Life-Seeded Imperialists. We're gonna pretend like our people did that a long time ago. We didn't just do that. That would be weird. Cool. So this thing's getting a couple other fleets to join up with it. Cool. What happened here? The authoritarian faction is still happy. Oh, I see. It's because we haven't been on a conquest in a while, huh? Sorry. This is dangerous. I'll let it go for 1 month, just see what the numbers are. Could go kill that Leviathan. That would make some of my factions happy, wouldn't it? Let this. Well, actually, don't do that. Actually, stop. Wait for the other fleets to get to you, and then you can think about killing the Leviathan over there. One or two just hanging out. We will get them.
Incoming
They shouldn't have a
transmission.
power plant there, should I? What a strange decision. You are now a futile. You guys bombing this planet now? Back to killing the stuff. Looks like we can draw this war out for a while. Are they not able to take out the military dudes here? I'm shocked if they failed. Actually kind of rooting for them, I believe. This planet's gonna be useless by the time they get done with it. Oh. Let's talk to the Shroud. Research speed, leader lifespans. Cool.
Not that we really needed it or anything. I am interested in building maybe like 1 or 2 science nexus or nexi. I don't know how to say plural of those, but yeah, you get the idea. I feel like Xenon's a really good planet, and yet 4 of them wouldn't really make up for the increase in research cost. Not everything on the entire planet is dedicated to research. There are a couple things that aren't, like this Ptherian plant, this happiness thing, this growth thing,
Incoming
this
transmission.
spiritualist thing.
We are spreading our faith to a new world.
These guys are in the Iron Age, huh? Got a decently sized planet. It's got quite a bit of research on it. Could. Kind of prefer the idea of bringing these guys into my society. Even if I do, then they might get rid of the pyramid. Yeah, never mind. We're gonna indoctrinate for more research. We're not actually going to enlighten those fools. What a terrible idea. So this doesn't go up that much if I turn off those buildings.
Construction complete.
Make sure you don't demolish. You're gonna activate, and activate. I don't think there's anything here that you should have made or could have made. There's that slavery processing thing that would help with us getting more food here, but I don't think it's worth it. Could upgrade this. I think I need another anchorage point, to be honest. Might even preemptively start working on the next one because I don't want to incur too big of a penalty from this. Then again, if you just go 1 over star base capacity, there's a pretty big penalty for it.
no. Well, I don't think I'm gonna get the 500 influence too soon. It's a bit of a bummer. But it doesn't look like we're gonna get to Xenophobe 2 too soon either. Unfortunately. I mean, this might have helped a little bit, deactivating this one. I think that was a little bit higher and this was a little bit higher. Actually getting them to change over, that's something entirely different. Just gotta make sure none of these guys are xenophobes. What are you? Pacifist? That's fine. Militarist. Pacifist. I would expect some xenophobes there, but I guess maybe that's too close to my capital. Let's see, what did I want to look at again? This kind of thing? No, I wanted to look at the thing underneath that, this. I wanted to see how this all looked. Let's see. This one's gonna be this plus the weapons one. Pretty much all upgraded, huh? There we go. Definitely need that. Why does it say it's upgraded? Unused module. Looks like everything's used to me. Nebula research silo. Very strange.
Incoming transmission.
pirates. What's this guy doing? Just hanging out here? Somebody get to the fleet you're gonna merge with first? Something like that. Probably. That guy's merging. Let's have this go here then. I'll have this guy merge with him. Okay. Yeah, these guys are happy because they got a shrouded boon. Good for you. Well, this wasn't a very eventful episode, but I'm still enjoying it, which is important. I gotta plan for the future. I gotta convert over to a new faction or new ethics. And in order to do that, I need to use my influence internally, not externally, before conquering everything. And then releasing what's left. But yeah, no more independent empires. Everything's got to serve the God Emperor, Morgath. It's for unity, or purity, or unity and purity. Yeah, something like that. Also, these guys, they're just not competent leaders, because, look at them. Horses. Got some pretty good, modifiers, plus year, 80 years on their leader lifespan. If I go to my guy, can I see anything like that? No, not right there. The 80 years just comes from their traits. So that leader could be around a lot longer. I'd kind of like to be able to watch this leader and see when they die. Kind of like they have in Crusader Kings 2, because they're old. They're a rival leader. I mean, not like an explicit rival, but you could think of them as a rival. I still see them as a threat. I don't think their threat's gone down much since I started playing. That's okay by me. Go where this is and create 2 destroyers.
ships have been improved. Construction complete.
Either that or I add a cruiser here. Let's do that. Let's add a cruiser. Probably be one of the last things I do in this episode. Look at them in orbit. The Queen. I'm pretending that this Bethorian is Queen to Morgath. It's pretty cool. Actually, I haven't read through the descriptions before. I like that. I just wish this had a different benefit because the description's pretty cool. It's pretty close to what I want my empire to be seen as. Oh, there's my alarm, huh? Did I build that cruiser yet? Because I kind of wanted to do that and then add that to this thing right here. Alright, well, it's pretty much completed. I think that after that I can do my little outro. If you've been watching this series, I'm sure you know it by now. It's not too complicated. I've been thinking about plugging other things like my Patreon, because that's going to become important at some point. If I'm not making any money from YouTube's advertisers, then I'm going to have to find another way to make this make sense. But that's not too soon. That's like a month away, or a couple months away before that'll be an issue. So yeah, keep an eye out. I'll let you know. So close. Finish, so we can group everything up and wrap this up. 3, 2, 1, 0. You just go there. Oh, I didn't need to wait. Apparently it just goes right in there. Alright, well, I'm gonna pause it here, and yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe. I'll see you around.